It is a real privilege to be with you today as we formally receive the school uniform materials for 2026, so generously provided by the government of the People's Republic of China. Education is an extreme priority for both our countries. We both place a huge emphasis on enabling access to a good quality education, ensuring that every child, regardless of background, has access to learning is essential to building an equitable and inclusive education system. Free school uniforms supports families and strengthens access to education across the island, something that is key priority in our education system. On behalf of the government and people of Sri Lanka, I sincerely thank the government of China for this grant of 11.484 million meters of school uniform fabric, which will benefit approximately 4.4 million students in government and government-aided schools, as well as students and student monks in government-approved pirivenas. Your Excellency, about a year ago, when we met on a similar occasion at this very place, I think, when you handed over school uniform material for 2025, you pledged that China would continue supporting Sri Lanka's educational needs. And when I visited China last year, at every meeting, this commitment was reiterated. Today's event confirms that this promise has been honored, reflecting the enduring relationship, friendship built on trust that exists between our nations. China's support extends beyond education. During Cyclone Ditwa, China provided critical assistance to communities affected by the disaster, helping them recover and rebuild. Such actions demonstrate a consistent commitment to the well-being of our people, particularly our children. International cooperation in education must ultimately serve the learner. Today's event shows that when nations collaborate with respect and shared responsibility, the primary beneficiaries are our children and future generations. On behalf of the government and the people of Sri Lanka, I extend our sincere thanks to President Xi Jinping, the government and people of China, Your Excellency Xi Zhenghong, and all those involved in this program. We look forward to continued collaboration and especially want to thank you, Your Excellency. You took a very special interest in making sure that these uniforms were also delivered on time so that we could distribute it among the schools. I know you made a special effort based on our requirements and our requests, and we are very grateful to all of you for taking that special interest. I also want to thank the Secretary and our team from the Ministry of Education who worked so tirelessly the last year to make sure that this happens and that our next step of delivering this material to our children happens on time. This is even more useful at this point where our schools are recovering from Cyclone Ditwa, where so many children's lives were disrupted and affected. So this help that we are extending is of extreme importance at this point in time. As was mentioned, 2026 is a key year for us. So this is part of our efforts to ensure that all children have access to education with dignity, so that no child feels different from any other child. And this is, I know, a sentiment that both our countries share. So once again, thank you very much for this wonderful gesture, and thank you for your presence here today.